Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Luis Gil. You look at the strikeout leaders, and he's right there mowing guys down, Chris.
Yeah, the velocity pops, but it's his late movement that makes it unfair. You can count on competitive at-bats every time.
He's racking up Ks and making it look routine.
Yeah, just like Charlie Sheen, wannabe hitters are in survival mode when he's on the mound.
Nolan Schanuel leading things off and takes a strike. The 0-2. Got him. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Joe Adell.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Trout with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. And the Halos jump out in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
One down. Stepping in, Yoan Moncada. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Outside low. 1-2 to count.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Got him swinging.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Inside ball. Just missed. Adell went deep in his most recent game. Two down, nobody on. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Ball 2.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The underhand flip. Pretty nice play there. Angels do get one, however, on the Mike Trout home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back now in the Bronx. And getting to start for the Angels, Jordan Romano. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, it's a 3-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Here's Trey Turner. On the ground to short, Neto. Fires over to first. One pitch and one out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
And that one is lifted in the air. Trout has a beat on it. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 22.
Here's Juan Soto.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Soto with another scorching run of play lately. Swing and a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Outside. Ball 1.
I can't believe how comfortable he was at the plate in the last game, Boog. 6 RBIs in a game is nuts. Only 8 players have done that 10 times or more in their careers, including Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, Nelson Cruz, and Ted Williams.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. The Yanks lead 1. They trail here 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium. New inning getting started. So the Los Angeles Angels have had a rough go so far this season. Siggy, they got to be scratching their heads in that clubhouse.
Actually, Boog, I think the way they respond in the clubhouse is going to be critical. If you're able to laugh it off, trust your talent, and work hard, it should work out in the end. But there's no doubt they put themselves deep underwater in the standings, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. Big few weeks coming.
What do you got?
Swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. And he chases that one. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect. And halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
So digging in, Josh Lowe. And first offering is fouled off. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 14, Logan O'Hoppe.
There's a strike. Now the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Off balance feed. There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Angels 1 and the Yankees nothing. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. And we're back with all eyes on a potential sweep. Keep the brooms in the closet for now, though, Singy.
Well, they say the hardest game to win is the final one, and we can see why, Boog. The desperate team tends to come out swinging, and that's what we've seen today.
Rafael Devers, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Devers with 4 runs batted in his last game. And the 1-0. That one fouled off.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
Just missed.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and 1 away.
Just a great slider right there, and I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
The 1-0. There's the strike.
Boog, our man Darryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
That's a laser base hit. And a man aboard. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
So up next, Max Schumann. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Rice leads off first with 1 away. That one ran inside, almost got him. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Right through there for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jordan Romano done for the afternoon. He's responsible for the runners on base. New pitcher coming on. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Robert Stevenson. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. And that's
Inside,
off
ball 1.
the inside edge. Ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, 1 out. Base hit! And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells.
Aye.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Backed off the plate that time. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Trout under it. He's got it, and all the runners are tagging. To the plate. Can't hang on. He's safe. We're tied at 1.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. The 1-2. And a good eye there.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Out towards right center field. Adele on the move to the gap. And that's the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Soler.
Jorge Soler,
outside.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got him swinging, and that's 4 strikeouts.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
That one lifted to left. Soto coming on. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Nolan Schanuel getting ready to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball 1.
Foul ball. Outside
that's
with a
out.
breaking ball. He swings and fouls one off. Tied up here in the early going. This one in the air, center field. Stowers settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. Tied at 1.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher in the game for the Angels,
Number
Brent
37,
Suter.
Brent
He pitched yesterday,
Suter.
and we'll see him once again.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter, house tag, Ramirez.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Suter, a tall lefty, 215 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. The 1-2. And delivers outside. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, number
Here's Juan
22,
Soto.
Juan Soto.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Man at second.
Hey!
That one misses. They're down 3 in a row.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And hitters count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Perfect.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Inside.
That's inside.
Ball 1. And a base hit on the line. Here comes the runner. He scores and they have the lead. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And here is Devers. Swings through that one out in front that time. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. Judge on the run. That's in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
You can see they're continuing to try to apply pressure on this pitcher who's struggled a little bit. But the problem is you get caught right there. You're helping him out. You're giving him an out that he's struggled to get. You want to maintain those base runners. Let some of those guys coming up to the plate that got some pop, can hit the ball in the gap, drive in a couple of more runs.
0-2 and ball 1. One away with a runner at third here in the finale of this 4-game set. And Devers hits that one. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brent Suter won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the
Now on the bump, Kirby Yates.
number 39.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball, just couldn't get it to drop in.
Next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Ben Wright.
Outside, that's a ball.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's outside. Payoff pitch. And a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now it's going to be Max Schumann. It's in and out of his glove. Flips it behind his back.
Oh.
Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. Yankees 3 and the Angels 1. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back in the Bronx. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Hey.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working
Ball,
the
that
corners
pitch is out.
and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a ball and 2 strikes. Outside
That's off
with
the
a
plate.
breaking
Ball
ball.
2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
That one's in there. It's 0-1. Way out out front for strike two.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Joe Adell, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Adele.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
The 0-1. That's to third, and it stays fair. Can't glove it cleanly. Around first and hustling for second, and he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
The batter, number 9.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And that
Ball
one
match
just
outside.
misses. A ball and no strikes. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Out towards right center field. Judge on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Angels strand 1. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Ben Joyce. He's been so good against lefties. Kyle Stowers stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fastball for a strike. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Going to count 1 and 2. Next pitch is downstairs.
Here we go, Kyle.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 2-2. Gets to it with a slide. Over to first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play.
Up next for the Yankees.
A great sliding stop. I think we need a breakdown from StatCast to fully appreciate the difficulty of that play.
Yeah, Boog, these numbers show how good of a play it actually was. And that sliding catch was difficult enough, and somehow he still managed a great throw to first. What a play.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Yo one. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out. Number 2.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Turner in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Swings through that.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. So the Yanks go in order, but they still lead it 3-1. All set for the start of the inning. So in now for the Angels, Josh Lowe. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 14, Logan O'Hoppe.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 1. The Yanks leading by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Away, away, away. Clearly, that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. That one ripped. And that's the third out. Angels go quietly there, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Drew Pomeranz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The designated hitter, Jose Ramirez.
Just missed. Foul ball there. That one in the dirt.
Ball.
Yeah, that's ball 2. Foul ball. Outside
That's
low.
ball 3.
And now it's 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a payoff pitch. That's ripped. Base hit.
Up next for the
Man at
Yankees,
first. Juan Soto
number
now.
22, Juan Soto.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. One down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Runner takes off. Pitch kicks away. And now a man into scoring position. Man at second.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. That one misses. 3 and 2 down. And ball 4 to a board.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Rafael.
High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers.
Trying to keep that hitting streak alive. 10-game hitting streak for the young man. Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Two on, 1 out. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. Now a fly ball to right center. Trout takes it in for the out. 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Ben Wright.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. That is the inning. Yanks strand a pair as the lead remains 3-1. Back for more from the Bronx. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Oswald Peraza will hit next.
The second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Let's go, New York.
Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Next
Off
pitch
the
is
plate, ball 1.
outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 8. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Sends it to first. 2 quick outs to open the
Up
top of the
next for the
6th.
Yankees, the center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Here's Trout cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Ball, that's out.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Right there for a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Fastball for a strike. And now the count is even.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
And that's
Yep,
outside.
that ball went out.
And it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one ripped left field. Soto moving back for it. See you later. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they cut into the lead. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
For a guy with top-tier power, this is just another day at the office. Always a threat to send one out. I just don't know how you're supposed to pitch to him.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Breaking
Ball
ball
one.
misses down and away.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swing and a miss. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and stepping in for New York, Max Schumann. A little out front there as he swings through it. Down and in, moved his feet. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. And
That's a
downstairs.
That's
3-2
ball
now.
3.
And he walked
That's
him.
ball 4.
And he
Take the
represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk.
The center fielder, number 28, Kyle Sauer.
Here goes the runner. Tap foul to plate. Here comes the 0-1. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
This one in the air, center field. Trout settles under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Trey.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Trey Turner with a chance now. 0 for 3 in this one. On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Turner runs. Pitch is high. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
2 on, 2 outs. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they take a 3-run lead. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
2 outs, runner on first. Juan Soto stepping in now for the Yankees. Runner on the go. Pitch way inside. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Man on second, 2 down. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Pomerantz throws over. Ramirez back on a dive. Here's a 2-0. Now 1 missed. Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Yankees. Man at second. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Three-2. No question about this one. It's out of here. Juan Soto goes deep. His 11th of the year, and they add a pair.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Fought off foul. There's the strike up high. 0-2 now. High fly ball out to left field. Low gets under it. And makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 7 and the Angels 2. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Top of inning number 7. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Joe Adell.
Aye! Ball.
And a big swing and a miss. That one
That's
outside.
out.
Ball 2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And he's been pretty solid till now, so he may stick with this strategy.
Just
That's
off the
outside.
outside edge. Ball 1. And a foul ball. That pitch gets the inside corner. That is strike 2. The shortstop takes the
Outside.
ball. Ground ball
That
left
ball's foul.
side. And it goes just foul.
Did he
Jet
go?
swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. Did not go. The Yankees leading by 5 here in the top half of inning number 7. And they'll do it again. Struck him out without a swing. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And up next for Los Angeles, Josh Lowe, 1 for 2.
Nope, that's down.
Two down, nobody on. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. On a line, and that'll do it. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Yankees 7 and the Angels 2. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back here in New York, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Come on, Raphael. Come on, Raffy. Here we go, Raphael.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that's in. Come on, Yankees, let's go.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there.
No, that's foul.
And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And a 1-2. Wobber to right field, way back, gone. Rafael Devers Yankees rounds the bases. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they add on. It's 8-2.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So digging in, Ben Rice.
Hey.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one fouled off.
Here we go, Ben.
The 0-2. Ball one there. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. That one just
Inside,
misses.
ball 2.
Ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one misses. Ball 3. Line drive, knocks it down. Handles, throws
You're
to
out.
first. Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out.
For the Yankees, the second baseman, Matt Schumann.
And it's fouled away.
Ball.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 28.
Kyle Stowers stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. Sliced hard but foul. And 1-2. That one missed. That misses. And a full count now. That's a good
Nope.
at bat right
Ball
there. He
4.
was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Come on, Austin.
Line drive, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Yankees,
So back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at the plate.
Turner.
Not close with that one. And that's ball 1. 2 on 2 outs. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-0. And that's outside. Jose Ramirez up next. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. This one smoked on its way out of here. Trey Turner crushes it. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. And all he needed was a late single to keep his hitting streak alive, but that'll do.
Yeah, nerves of steel. He knew the streak was on the line, but he didn't let it stop him from blasting one out of here. Keep it going, my guy. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And first offering is fouled off. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
The 2-1. On the ground, out to short. Tosses across to first, and Ramirez is set down. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We look ahead to inning number 8. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show. And we go to the 8th. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Devers gets it to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
The second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Luis Gil will depart, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for
The new pitcher in the game, Camilo Doval. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Ball, that's out.
Doval, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a cutter, and he works in a sinker. Next offering is outside. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Tranquilo Camilo notches the K.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Shanaway in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. That
Ball
just
1.
misses. Ball 1. And
Ball.
that's down and away.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Soto moving under this one. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Yankees 11 and the Angels 2.
Leading
Back now in the Bronx
off
and
for
stepping
the
in for the Yankees, Juan Soto.
Number 22, Juan Soto.
Ball, that's it.
The lefty to 1-0. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
That one is absolutely belted. That's a hit. Soto round second, heads for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Up next for the
Nice line
Yankees,
drive to the pull
the
side
third
right
baseman,
there, but he didn't
Rafael
spin off of it. That's the key. You
Devers.
still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's Devers at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Nope. That's inside.
Ground ball right side. Peraza. Spin throw. That's one. 4-6-3 the run scores.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Ball.
Nice grab to first. Nicely done for the out. Through 8 full. Yankees 12 and the Angels 2. Last chance coming up here for the Angels.
Leading off for the Angels,
Here's Mike
the
Trout
center fielder,
looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his 2nd of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. Popped in the air, left field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Angels, the third baseman, York Yankees.
Just
Outside, that's a ball.
missed.
No, that's low.
Out to short. It's through for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Well, he's been having a hard time just putting the ball in play in this one, so that should help soften the blow. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now batting Joe Adell. That one found hard the other way. And now the 0-1. What a stop. The feed for one. The double play ends it right here.
Well, Boog, if it's a day ending in wide, then you can expect a win for this team. I'm not sure the last time I saw a run like this. Everything seems to be clicking for them, and it's hard to see much that could derail them from this hot stretch. What a win streak.
And your final 12-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying